team after an abysmal year with the Flyers. Andrei Svechnikov makes his return this season.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to GWT's live show. This is Unstoppable. I'm
Going? Okay, guys, we're going. Will Roberts, general manager, and one time I broke my arm falling out of a tree because I was pretending to be a kitty cat so a firefighter would save me.
Claire Leibowitz, station manager. One time someone tried to rob me at Chase Bank and I said no, and it worked.
Amelia Magel, executive producer of District Debrief, and I've never had a pimple in my life.
Hell nah. People think I'm soft. Emily Linder, DEI director, and in the 4th grade on picture day, I shaved off my eyebrows.
Can you see the pimple on the screen?
Abigail Brubaker, director of finance and executive producer of GWEEK, and I only wear business casual.
My name is Summer Begg. I'm director of operations, and I really don't know why people think I'm scary.
Emma Grace Myers, co-director of public relations, and I've broken 18 bones, and doctors say I shouldn't leave the house unless I'm wrapped in bubble wrap.
My name is Brooke Bourget. I'm the director of membership and recruitment, and I'm also the executive producer of GWEEK. And my fun fact is that I can totally hear everything you're saying, as long as you look at me in the eyes, and I don't have my phone on, my iPad on, my TV on, and my laptop on, and yeah.
Alex Ashley, EP of Unstoppable, director of productions, and yes, gingers do have souls.
Hi, my name's Alexandra. I am co-executive producer of Capital Crossfire and co-director of public relations, and I had braces for 15 years, but you know what? It left in this.
Hi, my name's Carter O'Lean. I'm the creative director and one of the executive producers of Capital Crossfire, and I have a particular interest in trains. Hi, my name's Carter O'Lean. I'm one of the executive producers on Capital Crossfire, and I'm the creative director, and have a particular interest in trains. Hi, my name's Carter O'Lean. I'm the creative director and one of the executive producers of Capital Crossfire, and I have a particular interest in trains.
Hello.
Welcome to the GWTV live show.
Shout out to all the supportive moms and the uninterested dads watching. I'm Claire, the dog Leibowitz. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And I'm Will, the cat Roberts. Meow, I have a tail and whiskers.
You always say that.
I really have. We've been on GWTV since our freshman year. The first time I met Claire, I couldn't really see her because my computer screen was just all fogged up.
I remember the first time I met Will. He was hotboxing the Zoom room with an off-brand Jewel. His laptop camera's been foggy ever since.
Yeah, I'm actually still in litigation with Fool. I'm kidding. The one time I hit a vape, I had a panic attack and I had to leave AP Human Geography class.
Enough about us. Let's get started. We have great content from all of our shows, and if you feel inclined, we also have a donation link. All proceeds go to GWTV.
Me. But seriously, they do go to GWTV. And Carter's love for trains. I heard a rumor that the next segment that we have is gonna be stoppable. But I have my doubts. Take it away, Unstoppable.
Welcome to GWT's live show. This is Unstoppable. I'm Alex Ashley.
I'm Spencer Sachs.
And we got a lot to break down after the NFL draft. Mainly quarterbacks. 6 taken in the first top 12. Lot of run on quarterbacks that we really haven't seen in these past few drafts. What do you make of some of these top picks? What stood out?
I mean, going back to, 1983 was the last time we've had 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round as a whole. And you're completely right about there being a run on quarterbacks. I don't think we see this many moves happening from 8 to 12 without, obviously, the elephant in the room, the Falcons taking Michael Penix Jr.
Of course.
Biggest elephant in the room, big question mark of why. It doesn't make sense in the short term. In the incredible short term, they have way bigger needs. They have needs at wide receiver. They have needs all over their defense. They have so many needs that this move doesn't make sense if you're really trying to make value out of, an aging Kirk Cousins. Now, if you want to talk about Michael Penix Jr. becoming the next guy up.
At 27
right?
years old.
At 27 years old. I mean, he's 24 right now. We're going to give him 2-3 years. I mean, at that point in time, you're already giving a guy who's 27, has a lot of football on his legs, right? He's not going to have the speed he had in college. Right? This is a guy who will be sitting for 2 years.
But speed was never really his thing. And his first couple of years at Indiana.
His ability to leave the pocket, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, his first years at Indiana, mobile QB, didn't have the accuracy, but once he had that first torn ACL, especially after the next one, he really had to up his accuracy, which is why we saw him as the most accurate passer. I mean, if you count Bo Nix's completion percentage, sure. But Michael Penix was arguably the most accurate passer in all of the NCAA last year, right?
I mean, sure, but the thing is also
he has tools that aren't just running.
But this is a league that you can't just be a one-stop quarterback anymore. I mean, you put this 10 years ago, right? The Manning, the Rivers, the other Manning, the Brady, Rodgers. I'll give you that. I mean, he's my guy too. Those kind of quarterback, the Drew Brees, right?
Yeah.
Those kind of quarterbacks aren't in vogue anymore. Right? I mean, we're seeing a lot more mobile quarterbacks, guys who have to leave the pocket. I mean, we can talk about Josh Allen, right, who's more of a pocket presence quarterback, but the second he leaves the pocket is the second he can absolutely freight train a guy. I mean he's probably...
You're in the league today, the pocket passers, it's just shifted over a bit, where it used to be pocket passers stood in the pocket, that was all they did, right? A pocket passer nowadays is your guys like Jordan Love, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and even Patrick Mahomes,
to a degree, but even still, he's still mobile.
Generals.
Yeah, it's field generals.
Exactly. Pocket passer has kind of been phased out.
I feel like Michael Penix is a relic of an old time rather than a quarterback to build a future around.
Well,
I mean, you can even
some of these
talk
other
about
guys,
Kirk Cousins.
though.
I mean, if you want the Kirk Cousins offense, I mean, if you think Kirk Cousins is going to be the guy, you think Michael Penix is going to be the guy for the long term, then yeah, sure, this is going to be a good move. I mean, you're continuing the same type of quarterback play, but as we've seen time and time again, even back to Kirk Cousins being in Washington, right? We're going to talk about that in a little bit. He wasn't a guy who can win playoff games. He's a guy who can get you to the playoffs.
Just won in his entire career.
He's won one, and the last time he won was when he was in Washington.
Exactly.
So we're talking about a guy who hasn't won in the playoffs in 6 years. So at that point in time, we're really having a discussion of, is Michael Penix the guy? And truth be told, I think he might not be. I think he will be the biggest bust on this list because he will not see the light of day on the field.
That could be, but we'll still have a few years to find that out. And everyone's hoping it turns out like the Packers, and we'll see on that.
Well, I mean, everyone's been trying to develop like the Packers.
Exactly.
I mean, everyone's taking a day 3 quarterback.
Let's talk about bigger than that. Who is going to be starting year 1 on this list? I argue it's probably 5 of these guys, maybe 4 if Bo Nix takes some time on the bench for Sean Payton. But of the 4 that are for sure going to be starters, it's Caleb, Jaden, Drake, and then McCarthy.
I don't know if JJ starts early. I mean, I know Darnold. I'm wearing a Darnold jersey as a Jet, but he's coming in off of a great year, backing up a great team in the 49ers, right? Why wouldn't you sit JJ for a little bit of time? Why not let him prove himself on the field the same way you'd expect Bo Nix to prove himself?
Okay, let's look at the top 3.
I could totally see Caleb Williams day 1. There is no one competing for that job, obviously. That's a problem in the long term. I mean, they could totally bring back Brian Hoyer to back him up.
Well, and he is going into, if we look at recent years, probably the best situation of a number 1 overall pick 100%. By far. I mean, you can argue that Chiefs at 10 when they took Mahomes.
But even then, though, that's not number 1, though. I mean,
exactly.
This is
pick.
Surefire number 1 guy, Heisman winner, immediately coming back in. And I think that this is going to be a great move in the long term. I think Caleb Williams, as I've talked about on the show multiple times prior, going to come in it with great side. Now at number 2, number 3.
And last notes, though. who most successful by far out of year one, and then we'll
Caleb
throw
Williams.
it back.
He's going to be rookie of
Caleb
the year.
Williams.
He's going. I mean, like as you just said, he's going into the best position. He's got a great wide receiver room with Keenan Allen. Love the guy. Coming in with a great running back in DeAndre Swift.
Rome Odunze in the draft.
Rome Odunze in the draft. You got a great defense coming in.
DJ Moore.
Right. I mean, like this is an offense that is stacked. This is an offense that will contend. I think Caleb Williams will be the number one shot easily for Rookie of the Year.
Well, we will track it all through next year on Unstoppable. I'm Alex Ashley.
I'm Spencer Sachs.
And now we go to draft and sports trivia on the live show.
Hurry up. 25 seconds. You got it, bro. Ready. 3.
Welcome in, everybody, to Unstoppable. This is live. We got a live crowd, and we got 4 guys that really don't know what they're talking about doing some trivia today.
about that.
I'm Zach Brody. I'm going to introduce us just for time. We got Mark, Spencer, Alex, and Rami. The way this works, I'm asking the questions. Each of these guys has to go get that bell. Whoever rings it first has a chance to answer the questions. It's going to be fun, and let's get started, guys. Up first, we're starting simple here. How long is a marathon?
26.2 miles.
Bang.
Why do you know that so quickly? Yeah. That's really good.
Speed. All right.
Is that
Mark.
inside knowledge here?
I don't know. I mean, I might take bribes.
We're locked in.
All right. Get a little bit harder here. Which country has won the most FIFA World Cup titles? Alex.
Brazil.
Bang. Tied up at 1.
So quick to the bell.
Let's jump to the NBA. Who was the first player to be diagnosed with COVID?
Rudy Gobert.
Bang. Wow. Mark's on a little bit of a hot streak.
Where's the microphone? I want to touch it.
All the mics.
All right, 2, 1, 0, 0. Let's keep it rolling. What does it mean in baseball to hit the cycle? Spencer.
What? A single, a double, a triple, and a home run.
That is correct.
Zach, this is rigged.
Mark, you should be a little faster.
I literally
1,
was.
1, 2.
0.
We need some points here.
I know.
Let's get the next one. Name a player who has won the Super Bowl MVP award multiple times.
Tom Brady.
That's obvious.
correct.
That's an very obvious answer.
Do we think we should switch up the seating? I mean, does Mark have an advantage?
give Rami
You guys
a bit of an advantage.
all just up.
Well,
I'm 5'8", y'all. I'm 5'8". I gotta
No, you stay back there. You
We're
stay
good
back
here.
there.
We're good here.
All right, we're switching to March Madness. Just came out of March. Did a lot of March Madness coverage on Unstoppable this year. In the men's or the women's tournament, how many games are played?
63.
That is correct. Wow.
Wow. I
had no
idea.
I know everything, guys.
Damn.
Seems
All
like
right,
it.
let's get a little harder. Name a team. This one hits close to one of our dear friends, Jack. Name a team that has never won a Super Bowl. Can I get some help from the audience?
Seems like I have it in my hand.
Actually, should we give Rami a chance on
Yeah,
that?
let's give it to Rami.
Let's give it to Rami.
Rami, name a team
so far.
that has never won the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Browns.
That is correct. Rami is now on the board.
There we go.
We get it.
Yes, Rami. Yes.
Round of applause.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's get a score check. Mark?
3 or 4?
You got 3.
3.
1.
1.
Okay. Let's go with this. The National Basketball Association was originally called what?
The ABA, American Basketball Association?
Correct.
That's like not correct. The NBA existed before the ABA.
Well, they merged.
Yeah,
so
they merged, so that wouldn't be the correct answer.
It is.
It's one.
Alex gets a point.
Wow.
All right, we're moving a little bit away from organized sports here to just more casual. Name 2 sports that do not use a ball.
Cornhole and frisbee.
Yeah.
There you go.
Count it. We'll go to the Olympics now. Which country has hosted, and there's a tie for 2, so I'll take either answer. Which country has hosted the most Olympic Games?
Is it Greece?
No. -1.
What?
Can everyone sit back down? Which countries hosted the most Olympic Games?
France?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Correct.
Let's go.
Let's get another score update.
Let's go.
3.
3?
No, 2.
It should be. Seems unfair here.
All right, 2. 2. 1.
2.
2.
Wow.
And our
Alex.
executive producer, Alex Astley, is in last. Congrats, Alex. Name the commissioner of the 4 major U.S. sports leagues.
Oh, jeez.
4? All 4? You don't know all
NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL.
Will you accept 3?
Yeah, sure. Mark, let's hear it.
I'll do 3.
Okay.
Adam Silver, Roger Goodell, Rob Manfred.
And if anyone can get the 4th, I'll take the points away from Mark.
Hey, Bettman? The NHL?
You get it?
Count
NHL.
it! Spencer.
Was that actually right?
Mark, you don't get any points.
What?
Spencer will give that.
There you go. There's some corruption
All right, so
going
let's
on
get
here.
one final score update. We got
Apparently 1, but it should be 3.
1, 3, 3, 1, 2. All right, so Rami has a chance to tie here. Alex, Mark, you guys can go offset.
We're double points, right?
I mean,
Jeopardy.
double points. Double points. All or nothing. It should be all or nothing.
Which NBA?
It's rigged. I don't care.
Which NBA player has won the most NBA titles?
Bill Russell.
Bang! That's our winner. Thank you guys for joining us. We're throwing it to Capital Crossfire after this, so please stay tuned. And if you have the chance, be sure to donate to a great cause.
Donate now.
Donate.
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 Please.
We're back on GW's campus, and as you can see from all these posters, the SGA election campaigning season is in full swing. The out-of-studio content team went to go talk to some students about whether they're planning on voting and what some of the issues that are important to them in this election are.
What do you know about the student government here at GW?
Very little. I know that there is some sort of legislative body and then some sort of executive. I think senators are done by school. To be honest, I have no idea.
Not really that much.
Nothing.
Not much.
Absolutely nothing.
Not much. I just know that there are people around asking to sign something to let them be on the ballot for something.
Not honestly a whole lot. I know that they have a pretty big budget, which is something I'm kind of curious about to learn more about.
Very little. I know that they're doing elections soon because I've been having the people come around to sign, and I get their weekly newsletter that I read, and they have like the who picks what song, and that's about it.
Is there any candidate in particular that you're thinking of supporting at all?
I mean, I've met a lot of the candidates by like signing petitions and reaching out to the voters, which I think is super important. It's all about the grassroots, but I haven't pledged my support to any particular candidate yet.
Yeah, I honestly would say I don't really know much about it besides like the dorm heads and things like that, people in the dorms.
No, and some of them have talked to me, and I have signed petitions. I don't remember their names.
I know Ethan Fitzgerald, and I know Dan. I forget his last name, but Dan. And then I also know for CCAS Senate there is Darren, my friend Darren, great guy.
What are some things that you think student government could be doing better?
I guess like advertising themselves more.
I would say more publicity, saying that we don't even know who they are to get the word out more, maybe more flyers, maybe more like going around meeting new people or holding events.
I think definitely working as liaison between student orgs and like the GW faculty, I think is definitely a big problem, and like making sure that student organizations are supported and that faculty and students are not working against each other. Like making sure we don't we're like good as students.
I feel like we should be focusing on the food on this campus because the meal plans are not that great.
If they have the ability to address the bathrooms and their level of cleanliness in Thurston Hall, that would be very helpful.
I think having the community be more together. I feel like there's not a big community at GW. It's a very city school. There's a lot of people here. But saying there's other students in other colleges where there's a lot of campus pride and school pride, I think GW needs more of that.
Maybe the rising tuition.
I agree with what was said first about just like campaigning, maybe hosting tabling in Kogan.
because I feel like the only people that really know much about student government are people who care about running for student government.
Make Thurston Hall great again.
To be honest, funding for clubs and organizations I think is my top priority.
We got
Today on Capital Crossfire Middle Ground, our participants discuss the Mount Vernon campus. Before we get to that, you can donate to GWTV by using the link in the description and selecting StudentOrgs-GWTV. The Mount Vernon campus, or as GW students more commonly know it to be, the Vern, used to be the Mount Vernon Seminary and College, of a women's college who closed in 1997 and merged with GW. Now the Vern houses 700 GW undergrad students. The GW soccer field, softball field, and tennis courts, and a beautiful nature scene not captured by GW's Foggy Bottom campus. Capital Crossfire representatives Hayden, Vivian, Maria will discuss their views, pro or anti-Vern. I'm Dan Salim, I'm your host. Let's see what they have to say. Hey, Vivian, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, definitely. I think what we really need to be talking about here in this debate, what are we debating exactly? We're debating pro-Vern, anti-Vern. And I think when you talk to those Vern students, they say, oh, the Vern is great, but the Vex. But that's not what we're talking about here today. We're talking about a place with beautiful, beautiful nature, its own gym, a much better library. We're talking about its own coffee shop on meal swipes. Guys, the Vern is the way to go. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Maria, what do you think?
I wouldn't say that the Vern is the pinnacle of college, period, but I wouldn't say I'm necessarily anti-Vern, because I do think it offers a nice sort of retreat almost from the craziness and the busyness that is Foggy Bottom. And even if not all of its residents would prefer to be living there, I do know a lot of people who live on the Vern and say they do genuinely enjoy the peace and quiet. There are plenty of walking trails nearby. And I took a couple classes on the Vern last semester, and honestly, you guys, the Vex ride is really not that bad. It's 15 minutes of your day. You sit there, you put in your AirPods, you zone out, you do whatever you need to do. It's fine.
Thank you. And Hayden?
Let's be honest. It doesn't make sense for us to have the Vern. Most students come to GW, they want to experience the city. They want to see Washington, D.C. itself. They come here because they want to live in the city. The Vern is not the city. It doesn't make sense that the Vern is close to American University. The Vern is farther from the Capitol and the White House than Georgetown's campus itself. So it doesn't make sense that students who come to Washington, D.C. and expect to be in this city have to go live out on the Vern. And the Vern, it's kind of, let's be honest, the dorms are dated, okay? We are using dorms that used to belong to another school, and we are using facilities that used to belong to a different college that closed, we merged with it. And calling that a different campus is, I think, it's unacceptable. So
thank you so much. So we've got 2 pro-Verns and 1 anti-Vern. I'm going to pose a question for all of you. Let's talk about dining. Let's talk about how students have spoken about the subpar conditions of dining on the Vern. Vivian, how do you defend that?
I definitely, I've heard a lot about Pelham, and I've seen a lot of things. But what I've mostly heard is Vern students don't really eat at Pelham, nobody eats at Pelham. But what I have heard a lot about is Buff and Brew, and I've been to Buff and Brew. It is the saving grace of GW campus. Both Foggy and Vern alike, everyone loves Buff and Brew. They just extended their hours. And yes, I do think we can get some improvements going for Pelham. I think there's people working on that, and I'm excited to see what they bring next year.
I would agree. Well, not on all of it, but I will say I'll agree that Buff and Brew is a very nice cafe. I used it quite a lot last semester when I had a 10 a.m. On the note of Pelham, it is not great. I think I don't know if we've all been to Pelham, but I've been there. It's definitely not my favorite dining hall. But I think we can say in general that GW dining, as a whole, is not the greatest ever. So I wouldn't say that comparatively Pelham is any better or any worse. I feel like wherever you go, the chicken's going to be potentially raw. The food is going to be mediocre. I feel like that's just a fact of life with the dining plan that we currently have in place.
As Maria said, GW dining is already at such a low standard here, and the fact that we're talking about that students on the Vern have to leave the Vern and go to Foggy Bottom here and not eat at Pelham Dining because Pelham Dining is worse than Thurston and Shakeman, is completely unacceptable. It is already at such a low standard, and you talk about buff and brew. We easily could move that to Foggy Bottom. It's just another talking point to say, hey, look, we have something to come and visit you guys at the Vern. Let's be honest, it's only just there for the Vern kids and to bring people there. So.
Well, thank you so much. Moving away from dining, we're going to talk a little bit about accessibility and the infrastructure on campus. There have been students that have reported potholes on the road. One instance of a student even experiencing their shower ceiling falling in. How do we defend this claim?
I mean, yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, GW is very unique in that it has 2 campuses, and I think that it is quite a duality of like a very peaceful nature setting, and then the city. It can be very stressful, very overwhelming, and while the Vex ride can sometimes be inconvenient, I think overall the pros outweigh the cons here, and I think that what I said earlier, we're not really debating like pro-Vex, anti-Vex. Everyone is anti-Vex. That's not what we're talking about here. We're here to talk about the Vern, so let's keep it at the Vern.
In terms of accessibility, I do think there is definitely more that could be done on the Vern, but I don't think that necessarily means we should throw out the Vern altogether. I think just because something is imperfect doesn't mean that it can't be improved upon. And overall, I feel like the Vern has more redeemable qualities than irredeemable qualities. Like Vivian mentioned before, accessibility to nature, the ability to sort of take a break from the Foggy Bottom campus whenever you need to. And honestly, like I said before, the Vex is really not that bad, you guys. Like, it could be so much worse. I honestly... So like I said, just to reiterate, while I think that, there is more that could be done on the Vern, I don't think that means that it's not a valuable part of campus.
Talking about the ceilings falling through in showers, I think that's just another prime example of the fact that we are using dorms that formerly belonged to another school, and that GW time and time again has shown a lack of respect for Vern students and for the Vern as a whole. The fact that we do not have proper accessibility on the Vern shows that GW doesn't really care about the Vern. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that, and they've already spent they spend a lot of money on the Foggy Bottom campus as it is, and we don't really have, and they've shown time and time again that we don't really have the funds, or they really have the patience to deal with the Vern itself. And so, as much as I agree that I think the Vern is a nice nature, it has lots of nice nature walks, and it is a nice retreat from the city, GW has shown that they're incapable of handling both campuses.
So I'm confused. Is your position that you would rather get rid of the Vern altogether, or that you think GW needs to pay more attention to the Vern?
I think if the argument is we keep the Vern, GW has to put more effort in, and they have to show that they care about the Vern. And if the GW is clear that they are incapable and they do not have the abilities to deal with both campuses, then we should just get rid of the Vern entirely.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming. Vivian, Maria, Hayden, thank you for sharing your opinions today. Please continue to donate using the link in the description and selecting studentorgs-GWTV. Next up, GWEEK's EP Brooke and Abby play some Minutes to Win It game to see who comes out on top.
Welcome to Abby and Brooke Minute to Win It. Here are our contestants.
Welcome to the stage.
Abby Brubaker, the GWEEK EP and future general manager of GWTV, and her co-EP of GWEEK and future GWTV dropout, it's Brooke Forget.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Now, here we are, our first game.
Yes.
Cup stack and tear down. The first person to stack their cups and tear them down, still within the minute time frame, will be the winner.
You're going down.
Round one.
Are you guys ready?
I am.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Do 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 do.
All right, Abby's up to an early lead, but Brooke is catching up right now. Oh, that mistake on the top. Ooh, and it's bad for Brooke.
No.
The chaos.
You have a double stack cup right
And
there.
Abby's
That's gonna have to be
falling.
addressed.
Oh. There we go.
It's still falling down.
Wait,
Abby
1, 2,
takes
3,
game
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Wait,
9,
am I-
10,
No,
11,
I did
12,
not take
13,
game one.
14.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, wait.
No, we guys got one cup left. We got one cup left. There we go.
Oh, game
Abby
one
wins
to
game
Abby.
one. Abby wins.
Brooke, what happened there? What went wrong for you? What was your strategy?
I didn't have a strategy. That was my issue. I think I just kind of was like, okay, put the cups down, and I just didn't.
The pressure got to
and
you.
one of them fell off.
Yeah.
And then the double cup, that like I couldn't get it off without knocking over everything.
And Abby, that time was the fastest that we have ever seen
Yeah.
in GWTV.
Thank you.
Minute to Win It history, Abby and Brooke edition. What happened there? What was the strategy? How did you ace that?
I've been practicing since elementary school gym. I was great then. I'm still continuing to, use that muscle every so often. So I really just came to.
Well, you almost forgot one. You almost forgot one cup though.
I did
so
almost
what
forget.
happened? Did it slip out of your hand? Did you just
No,
forget it was over there?
It fell when I broke down the top of the tower, and then it fell, and I had to count because I had a feeling that was mine, but then Brooke took it, and I was
I did
like,
not
okay.
take it.
It's okay.
It was fair game, and that was a great play by
That was a
Brooke.
great play, great
Let's show
play.
the instant replay of that.
Yeah, that
what
was
a play right there.
Such a great play.
So good.
You see the slap of the cup, and the cup slide across
But
the desk.
Abby showing
yeah.
great agility to come around the backside,
Yeah, that-
grab it from here, and complete it as Brooke was completing the late comeback.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a close one.
was
on
close,
both
as they all
sides.
it was
say.
a close one.
Yeah,
But as
it
they
was
all
gonna be an
say,
upset.
close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, that is true, and that was the end to an exhilarating game one. On to the next. Welcome back to Minute to Win It, Abby and Brooke edition. Our next challenge, bottle flipping. We will see how many flips our contestants can land in the next minute. Are you ready?
1 minute.
I'm born ready.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
get that middle
That does
school.
not sound
Time
confidence
starts
at all.
In
Sounds like the
5,
Packers.
4, 3, 2, 1, flip.
One each.
Ooh,
Still got a 1-1 game.
miss.
Still 1-1.
And
2-1
Abby takes
Abby.
the 2-1.
3-1 Abby.
Abby's really finding a rhythm here. Spencer, what do you think of the technique
4-2.
we're seeing right here?
Oh, it's all in the wrist. It's all in the flick up.
That's true. Abby seems to be getting a slightly better rotation on her bottle than Brooke does. Although Brooke is getting some close ones on the bottom. What does this tell you about their form and their practice going into it?
You know, it's all they've been doing, you know.
Oh, they're tied at 5. Hold up. We have some breaking news.
We have 6.
Breaking news.
6 to 6.
Breaking
now.
news. Our
7,
judges have
6.
forgot how to count, so I don't actually know the score.
It is 6 to 6 at the moment.
It's
7
7 to
6.
7.
I have 7 too.
I
Now
have 8.
8-7.
I have 8.
I have 8, 9,
9,
10,
9.
Oh gosh.
You have about like 30
11.
seconds left.
10.
That's 12 for me.
No, Brooke. No.
You got
And that
5.
is 10 seconds. And
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gosh darn it.
Count.
I definitely won.
And
You
Brooke
definitely
how
We'll
many
need to
do
go
you
to
have?
instant
I don't know.
replay.
I think
4
I got
count.
like
Brooke with 15.
16.
I think
Abby?
I was at 10.
Ooh.
Well, I think we're gonna need to go to.
Well, we'll have to-
We need to go to VAR review.
We will have to count on the screen. These are not official numbers now.
Nothing
We will
official.
review the replays and we will put them up on screen right below here. See, Abby started out strong.
Yeah.
The rotation was good. She kind of had the wrist motion going. Brooke, it took a little bit to warm up, but once Brooke got heated up, man,
Oh,
those
yeah.
bottles were on fire.
I got cocky.
She'll need the water in the bottle to put out her hot hand. And we will see what is happening in the next game. This is Minute to Win It, Brooke and Abby edition. And we are back in Game 3 of Minute to Win It, Abby and Brooke edition. Spencer, walk us through this.
So, really easy. The goal is to knock down these cups with the great old rubber band. You got
And-
1 minute to knock down all the cups. Whoever can knock down more in that minute, if the minute ends, wins.
Or if one of our contestants knocks down all the cups before the end of the minute, they are immediately the winner. So, contestants, are you ready?
Oh, wait.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
They will have a line that they have to stand behind to shoot. They will come forward to grab the rubber bands. The retrieval will be done by our floor manager, Carter O'Lean. Thank you, Carter! All right,
Live studio
contestants, you have a minute to win it. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh. Ow.
Brooke with an early self-hit.
Abby with the quick shot. Didn't knock down anything. little bit of movement though. Oh, there we go. That's
Wow,
3.
Abby's taking a commanding
That's
lead.
3. Now you see, Alex. Should this count as a cup still on the table, or does it have to? Does that have to?
What do the rules say on
You
this?
see, I think
I think
you gotta knock down this cup too.
Cups must be off the table.
Cups
Rule
must
book
be
says.
off the table. So we got. Oh, that's a 2
Wow.
Great
what
shot.
a play right there. That was a 2-and-1.
We have a
That was
5
really
to 2
impressive.
cup left. Abby with the commanding lead early on. We have about 30 seconds to
with
come
an
up. There's one
accidental
left.
self-hit again.
There's 1 cup left for Abby.
And we are
there
now
we go.
down.
That's the game. Abby wins game 3.
Brooke still loses after that with 1 cup remaining. Well, Abby, you really took a commanding lead in that one. What was your strategy?
Okay, it was really luck, and then it was really just getting down and being level.
Well, and the rule book did say that a cup on the table is still a cup that counts, but you got the 2-and-1, bounced the cup into another cup. I mean, that's the 7-10 split in cup rubber bands.
It was great.
How did you get that done?
I think it was easier because it was laying down, so I had more surface area to really hit that just as hard as I can.
As Carter always says, math wins the day. That was great technique.
Do you think that the actual thickness of each rubber band, I
Good
mean, the
point.
blue ones are a little bit thicker than the red and yellows. Did that affect your play at all?
I
Did
think
you go
it
for more
did.
blue ones?
I did go for the thicker rubber bands. I did. But, you know.
A man after Spencer's heart.
Yeah. And Brooke, you're a sore loser. It's okay. It's okay.
Well,
it's okay.
we still have 1 game left on Abby and Brooke Minute to win it.
We'll be right
We will
back.
see you then. Well, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
okay. I gotta hand over GWEEK.
And you try
your
best,
better
but you don't
hands. Yeah.
succeed.
It's a really great competition.
Welcome back to the live show. I'm one of the co-hosts of GWEEK Preston Summit, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. As a reminder, to donate, you click the link in the description of this video, and in the Direct My Gift drop-down menu, select StudentOrgs-GWTV to direct your funds straight to us so we can create even more wonderful content. I promise that only 10% of it goes to the coffee that I spilled on this script. Speaking of wonderful content, our EPs just showed you all that we do have fun here at GWEEK. And to continue that fun, we're going to be playing a game of Bluff the Anchor. Listeners of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me will be familiar with this concept, but we've put our own little twist on it. So, how this is going to work, in their best anchor voices, Ananya, Thea, and Avanti will be reading headlines that are a little bit ridiculous in nature. They'll then guess which one of the headlines is real. Are you guys ready?
Oh, you know it.
Born ready.
All right, Ananya, we're going to start with you reading into camera 1.
19 feral cats that live in Mexico's presidential palace have been promised free food and care for the rest of their lives. President Lopez Obrador declared them to be, quote, living fixed assets, end quote, making them a symbol of the national palace. Feral cats have been part of the palace staff for over 50 years.
All right, Avanti, your turn. Into camera 2.
In a recent interview, President Joe Biden announced that his favorite ice cream flavor is, in fact, not chocolate chip, but lemon sorbet. Hershey Chocolate Company has released a statement saying they are, quote, offended by the president's affront to chocolate lovers, end quote.
And last but not least, Thea, back into camera 1.
The Mount Vernon campus is under review by GW administration to be sold to a private Georgetown contracting company. Officials said a decision would be made at the end of the next school year and then pursued in the summer of 2025.
That's a tough one. So, which one of those do you think is the real one?
I wish it's the last one.
Oh, it's not. It's not the last one.
Sorry.
The first one, maybe?
Feral cats, but I feel like people love cats. Like I don't know. Like it feels reasonable.
I don't think Hershey would release like a statement unless it was.
I feel like the Biden one is a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel.
I agree.
You know,
I feel like one is feasible.
Okay, I'm gonna say the Biden one.
All right.
I'm gonna go with
Sticking
number
with it?
1.
I'm 1, yeah.
All right. Your final answers for the camera. Ananya,
I would say number 2.
Avanti,
Number 1.
and Thea.
Number 1.
The correct answer is headline number 1.
Yeah, let's go.
In an interview for AP, the general director of the National Palace and Cultural Heritage Conservancy, Adriana Castillo-Ramon, said, quote, "The cats are now a symbol of the National Palace. We have to make sure the cats are taken care of," end quote. They can be found walking in on interviews, meetings, and even on camera, according to the palace veterinarian. That's really sweet.
Wow.
All right, this round, we're going to start with Thea, reading into camera 2.
After years of anticipation, Shrek fans were sorely disappointed when it was announced last week that the prospective sequel, Shrek's 5th production, would be scrapped for the first ever Universal Studio movie focused on Humpty Dumpty, The Rise and Fall.
Man, I sure hope that's not the real one. Ananya, you're next, camera 1.
Former GW SGA President Christian Zidawambe has come out with a public statement claiming the 2024 SGA election was stolen from Lauren K. Harris after claiming he discovered ballots in the trash email section of CLRE's email. He followed this up by claiming that she would bring Drake to GWU's next spring fling in the event the current SGA president was impeached.
And finally, Avanti, into camera 2.
A 9-year-old from England has been declared to have the best gull impersonation in a continent-wide competition held in Belgium. Cooper Wallace began practicing his gull noises after he was bit by one during a day at the beach. He scored a 92 out of 100, which judges noted were due to his variety and clarity of calls.
That's another tough one. Which one do you guys think is real?
I think it's mine.
I want it. I want it.
I
to
think
be
it's the goals.
perfect.
Kids do ridiculous things. Like I feel like this is not. Well, goal sounds are kind of that's really cool. But
There's so many competitions.
The Drake one.
I also, I feel like if it were 1 or 2, I would have heard more of an uproar.
Yeah,
especially about Shrek.
Yeah,
Especially about
that would have
Shrek.
been.
If it's number 3, you just hear gull noises, not an uproar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you're locked in?
Yes.
All right, for the camera, your final answers for round 2. Ananya,
3.
Avanti,
3.
and Thea.
3.
And the correct answer is headline number 3. You guys got it. Absolutely. Winning first place in the junior category, Wallace told British publication The Times, quote, "I just wanted to make the noise to remember that I got pecked by one, but I like seagulls," end quote. According to The Guardian, it was the first time that a UK contestant had participated in the competition. Great job, Cooper. This is the final round. Not for double points, same amount of points. Avanti, you're first, camera 1.
Scientists have found that frequent flyers have faster hair growth than non-frequent flyers. Researchers predict this is because of exposure to different atmospheric pressures. Scientists are continuing to study this phenomenon for the treatment of male and female patterned baldness.
All right, Thea, you're next, camera 2.
With the Chinese government sending a new panda to the National Zoo this summer, GWU has partnered with the New Panda Express and the GW Office of Government Outreach to create a Panda in Kogan Day.
And with the last headline of the night, Ananya, into camera 1. Go for it.
A wine merchant drank 25 glasses of wine during the London Marathon, which is about a glass a mile. He used the race to raise money for a hospice charity in Oxford and raised over $3,000. He also guessed the type of wine in each of the 25 glasses and got 84% correct.
Those are all really crazy. Again, which one do you guys think is the real one?
Oh, the third one.
Yeah, I think it's the third one. I want the second one to be true. I mean, a panda.
Yeah.
I know that beefsteak is being replaced by Panda Express.
Yeah, and they're definitely,
really?
and I know for sure, like, the pandas are going to come back at some point, but I don't think we're going to have pandas here at GW.
Right. Also, I really
Unfortunately,
hope
it's just,
there's not. Yeah.
What was
the
yours
panda
again?
safety?
I'm so sorry. What was yours again?
Something baldness?
Oh, the baldness.
Baldness
That's
in
not
the
true.
airplane.
I feel like it's the third one. I think the third one is just
You know
the
what?
right
It might
amount of
be
ridiculous.
My
yeah.
dad's a frequent flyer.
He would have told you. He would have emailed you.
What's going on around there? But I would. Oh, I gotta go with 3.
All right, sounds good.
3.
For the camera, your answers for the final round. Ananya,
3.
Avanti,
3.
and Thea.
3.
You are absolutely right. It is headline number 3. Tom Gilby, nicknamed the Wine Guy, went viral after he posted a video of himself on TikTok having a personal wine tasting each mile. He guessed the drink's grape variety, country of origin, and vintage. The money he raised went to Sobel House Hospice, where his mother had spent her final days. That's a really touching ending to a really funny story, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
And that wraps it up for us here at GWEEK. Thank you, Ananya, Avanti, and Thea for playing along. Thank you to Dan Salim, Emma Grace Myers, and our wonderful EPs for writing the headlines. And thank you for tuning in. Again, please continue to donate using the link in the description and selecting Student Org's GWTV.
Next up, we got more laughs coming with Senior Ditch Day from District Debrief. Stay tuned.
Sloan? What's the matter, Sloan? Your hands are cold and clammy. Do you want me to call the student health center?
No, it's fine. I'll get up.
No, you don't have to go to school like this.
I have to go. I have a test today. I have to take it so I can have a good job and a fruitful life.
Just rest up today.
He bought it. Incredible. One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second. What a beautiful day.
Parents always fall for the clammy hands. It's physical evidence of illness. It's a good, non-specific symptom. Parents are generally pretty hip to fever scams, and to make them work, you have to go 101, 102. You get nervous, smother, you end up in the doctor's office, and that's worse than school. Fake a stomach cramp, and then when you're doubled over, moaning and wailing, just lick your palms. It's a stupid and childish thing, but then so is undergrad, right? This is our 9th sick day of the semester. If we go for 10, we're probably gonna have to barf up a lung. So you better make this one count.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it.
Hi, welcome back to GWTV's live show End of the Semester. I'm Emily.
And I'm Will.
And I made this graphic 2 hours ago. We're doing a little thing right here on GWTV.
I love a graphic that you can't see.
No, but you know what? It's there. It's the thought that counts. So Will and I asked a bunch of people who came to the studio today to ask us Q&A questions, and we didn't look at any of them. We had them screened for funniness, and we're going to pull them out of this bowl and answer them for all you lovely people watching at home. Also, it's my aunt's birthday today. Happy birthday to Eileen Cadis. First question coming up. You didn't even wish her a happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Aunt.
Do you even care?
No, I don't.
We'll get over it. Does this look infected to you? See below. I would say infected with funniness. It's hard to say, but this is a hand turkey.
That's dumb. It's a dumb question.
Our screener team.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Favorite person in studio right now? Ooh, that's tough. I don't really like anyone in here.
Jack. I picked Jack.
He's in the control room.
Oh.
But my personal favorite is that person in the TV back there.
Yeah, my favorite person is me. So next question. What was the strangest thing you believed as a child? This is actually really funny. I have a good one right off the cuff. I was raised in a Jewish house, but my mom's side is Catholic. And we did American Christmas at her house, at my aunt and my grandmother's house, who's watching, so hey. But I used to think that somehow Santa knew who was Jewish and who wasn't, because he was skipping all the Jewish houses but only coming to the Christian houses. And I was like, how does he know not to come to my house and to come to grandma's house? My mom was like, oh, he knows which kids are Jewish.
Yeah, I mean, something that I grew up doing. I grew up in this big family, and we'd always go on these trips around Christmas time. And so one time I got in this bad fight. I was just mad at my family. We had dinner, and I didn't get enough. I didn't get what I wanted. And the next day, I was like, I wish I never want to see you guys again. And the next day, they all went on this trip, and they forgot me. And essentially, around Christmas, I was just there at my house by myself. These two freaking guys tried to run in, and I said, I'm gonna arm myself. But I was a kid, so I didn't have much to do. So I set up these booby traps around the house, like putting like light on the fire on the door handle and all that stuff. That happened every Christmas for me. The next year, it happened in New York.
Yeah. So are you saying this, like, the biggest lie you believe is that you could be left alone?
Next question. Do children deserve participation medals? I'm going to go a step further. I think everyone deserves participation medals. I mean, I'm personally getting one next month from the Columbian School of Arts and Sciences, known as my degree in journalism.
I think everyone should get a participation medal, but then, like, it should be almost like eliteness. Like, so there's participation medals, but then there's also, like, the best participation medals.
Oh,
there's
true.
ranking. So, like, that's for, like, the people who actually earn the medal, and then everyone gets a medal and still feels okay about it. I think eliminating them would cause the Zoomers to go into uproar. They'd have to have screen time on their iPads in the Olive Garden if we took them all away.
True. I always say that.
Tell us a secret. Dang. Do you have any off the top of your head?
I'm balding. Next.
My secret is that I knew Will was balding, but didn't tell him.
Oh, okay. You always sit behind me in line. Top 5 debrief members. Oh.
Why are you guys just asking us to rank each other?
Skylar, Sarah, Teve, let me see, Jonesy, and Margaret.
Myself, 1 through 5.
Okay, nice. This one's good. Oh, okay. What's my social security number? Very funny. Go ahead, Emily.
That's a good one, guys. At what point were you at your lowest at GW? Was it that time I caught you crying into a Chipotle bowl over homeless animals on Pet Finder? I really didn't think anyone saw that. Go ahead, Will.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that was Foot Finder, but okay. Well, whatever I pull has to be better than that one. What's the last place you publicly pooped your pants and or diaper? Easy money. Right here, right now, baby. Shout out Pampers.
Ew.
Yeah. I'm a stinky dog.
All right. What happened to freshman year Emily, who had light in her eyes and hope in her soul? All I see is pain and regret. I miss her. You miss her. We all miss her. Come home? Guys, that's not even a question. And if I'm being honest, I don't have the answer.
Oh, I have the answer, but I'm not going to say it on TV. My therapist and I, your therapist and I talk a lot.
Yeah, I know, Will. She loves you.
Yeah, I know. You a freak? Question mark. Hey, man. Say, man. If you could see under the desk, I am not wearing shoes right now. No, but I'm not a freak. You know, but how would you even define freak, you know?
Will Roberts.
Well, in that case, Emily, the answer is a maybe.
Geez, guys. What a nice way to send us off. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, I guess. What's been your favorite class at GW? Okay, that's actually a normal one. Probably senior seminar.
1 second. That's not what you told me.
Well, last time you asked, I hadn't taken the class yet.
Well, I didn't really care about what you told me. I was just asking to be polite. I didn't really care what class you were taking. You know, what else have you lied to me about, Emily?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing?
Just pick the next question. You're causing a scene.
Okay, we'll discuss this after the show. Aw, okay. What's the nicest thing you've ever told Emily?
Nice, that's actually like nice.
Okay, well, I'd have to say that when I told Emily that her life story has inspired me to become a better person. Before I met Emily, I was lost. And I've told her this, but I was no one. But Emily is, sorry, Emily is the most kind-hearted person I've ever met. Emily is the truth. And if I believed in a God, I bet that her name would be Emily, middle name Linder.
Thank you, Will. That's really nice.
I know.
I remember actually, he did tell me that last week.
Yeah.
When I was really upset.
Yeah, you were sad.
Will, this says, what's the biggest lie you've ever told Emily?
Oh, it does. Got him. Well, this has been GWTV.
Can we just cut?
No, you're getting replaced, though. Get out of here.
You can have him.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the GWTV live show. I'm Will Roberts. This is Claire.
Thank you for speaking for me. I'm Claire again.
No, I'm sorry.
We just wanted to come out here one more time and say thank you so much to GWTV. We have been here for 4 years. It has been our Friday and Sunday for the last 4 years, which is so lovely. We're so grateful for our e-board this year. We're so grateful for all of our members this year. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating. I forget the instructions, but they've been said like 4 other times. So go donate to us.
And we want to thank Jack McGuire for helping out. Tommy, who's here right now. And we want to announce that next year, taking over for us, general manager is going to be Abby.
Abby, run out here.
Abby, get out here.
Take that headset off.
And the station managers are going to be Tommy and Jack. Just kidding. It's going to be Diego.
Carter and Amelia.
Carter and Amelia. Get out here.
Everyone come out.
Diego, get out here.
We have some things. We have some things for all of our seniors who have been
Everybody stick around.
a very important part of
Keep your wallets
GWTV.
open.
Yes. Yes.
We have some things for some people. First off, our beautiful general and station manager. You have done so darn much for us.
Aw.
And you have just revolutionized this place.
Yes.
You've just made things run so well around here, and we love you to the moon and back.
We love you.
Oh, I don't believe in the moon.
Well, okay, so this is for you. And we have a couple things for our GWTV seniors. Most of them
Are not
here. But some of them
But those who are here,
we
please
would
come
like
out.
you to come out when we say your name.
Yes. Claire Leibowitz.
Oh my God.
So if you would camera.
Nicholas from Crossfire.
Wait, I can
Samar from District
Take the headset off.
This is embarrassing, guys. I'm so sorry.
Next up.
Emily from
Linder
District Debrief.
Oh, I just saw you.
Margaret from District Debrief.
Mario, come on.
And William Roberts
From
District GWTV. Thank you to all our seniors.
And everybody who's on GWTV, get over here.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Donate to William-Roberts-109 on Venmo. I will accept it. Anthony, get in here. No, do not get in here. Jack, end the stream. End the stream is what I say when I
Summer, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, Summer. The AirPod is
Who wrote the Diego?